Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Downing, and I just wanted to show you today the end product of about 3 days worth of straight labor in the recasement of the GeneBoy project. I was really planning on trying to sell the GeneBoy as it was, but after looking over it, the finish was cracking, the buttons weren't as reliable, and it really could have been done a lot better. So with that in mind, I just went through and was just going to pretty much recase the current unit into something along the lines of what you see here. Well, of course, as we all know, once you start tearing something apart and building something new, it's constantly evolving, and this particular project was no different. What I've done here really is to just kind of make this a much more solid system than the original one. You can tell that the controls and everything are slightly, well, they're completely different than what they were before, as I did a lot of franking casing as opposed to just drilling in holes and putting the buttons there and putting tack switches behind them. I've really come to like the idea of having the original controller circuit boards behind these buttons because honestly there is no better way to have the original feel and to have the responsiveness that is really required. So with that said, I took the this bezel piece here, I mean all this is one piece, and kind of franken-cased it into this raised bezel right here. And then I used a GameCube D-pad because I have a ton of them, and it actually worked out pretty well, and I figured out a way to really use the D-pad in the PCB the way it was intended. So everything about this system is much more solid than the last one. This whole unit is about a 1/4 inch wider than the original, mainly because of the tabs on the inside, the mounting tabs where the two pieces get screwed together. I just did not have enough room in the other one to put those in properly, and so the system was actually being held together by glue. Another added benefit too is this whole front top half is one vacuum formed piece as opposed to 3 that were glued, epoxied, and filled in around. So that made this a much stronger top all the way around, and it gave me a lot more space to work with on the inside. The finish came out alright. Again, I didn't put a whole lot of time into it, as really this is just a recasing project, but it you know, it actually turned out to be pretty good, and it's very curvy and very unique in its appearance because this one piece right here was not cooperating because it's all angled all over the place. I mean, I had huge gaps all over the place. So what I ended up doing was just taking a bunch of plastic that I cut from, you know, from the cutting and whatnot, sticking it into the holes and just melting it and binding it, or I guess it's called plastic welding, these components in place, and they are very, very strong now. There's no way that anything's going to push through or anything like that. So with that too, the finish shouldn't crack, which is my hope. So it is about a 1/4 inch wider, but with that I was also able to make it about a 1/4 inch thinner. It's got two 3.4 volt 4,000 milliamp batteries in there, and as well as the same backup screen that there was in the original, charging jack, and on-off. Yes, and these still don't line up perfectly, but again, it works. So, with that said, oh, I also did put a piece of plexiglass in here to protect the screen. Alright, makes you watch through this. Oh, and I put the tack switches for the volume on the side as opposed to right in here. Yeah, do that right in front of a rock. But anyway, this is all stuff you've seen before. But I just wanted to show off that it does work. It's in a pretty neat casing, and I will be selling this unit. Looking for around $200, $225 for it after shipping. Because as many of you know, I'm actually kind of out on my own now in terms of what I want to do for a job, and this is going to help fund some of the new equipment I need, mainly a CNC milling machine, which is really going to open up a lot of opportunities for me in the future. So, as always, I'll have a topic and finished post up on the Made by Bacteria forums, and as well as a post on downingsbasement.com. So if you feel like coming by and saying hi, then we're more than willing to take you in. So we look forward to seeing you there, and have a good day.